Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are starting our 3-day build on the Drift Week 7 car. I'm actually shooting this on Saturday, so they've already gotten some work done. Bunch of stuff that I wasn't able to be here for since I had to work, but I had some really good friends help me out and make sure that we have this car done or really close to being done by the end of the weekend so that we can get a bunch of testing done, drive the car, make sure it's good to go for Drift Week 7. Some progress here. We got the rear end out of the car. Phil has been helping a bunch. You can see here, whole rear subframe's out. We got some new coilovers to replace those. Obviously the Feel suspension coilovers. We got the whole rear end here. We have all kinds of parts to replace on this thing. So we have spherical bushings to replace all the bushings on the trailing arms. We have new upper control arms so that we can do the true rear coilovers. We have new rear lower control arms. We have new subframe bushings. We have an upgrade kit for the diff itself so that we can make sure that LSD is locking up really, really well. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna redo this whole rear end. Phil's gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on getting this auto tragic transmission out of the car. That's my next step. I've kind of already gotten most of that done, and I was just waiting for the trans jack. So it's pretty much just bell housing bolts, and this piece of shit is out of here. Okay, next step, we got the transmission out of the car. Bam, auto tragic. See you later. So we got to take the flex plate off so we can put our new Clutch Masters flywheel on the car. So Clutch Masters took care of us big time. We got a FX400 clutch disc and pressure plate, and then their solid mass flywheel. This is the same setup I ran in my gold car, and it just works really, really, really well. I never had any issues with it. I drifted it for multiple years, no problems. So it was a no-brainer. Get the same thing, run it, because I know it works. All right, Friday evening, here we are. We got subframe out. We're working on that stuff. We're working on getting the subframe reinforcements put in. That's Travis. He is going to clean up all the pickup points so that we can weld all that in. And then right now, Phil, he's working on doing the racing diffs LSD rebuild. So we're gonna do a much bigger set of clutches to make sure this thing locks up really, really nice. Yeah, this is where we're at right now. I'm gonna start doing the rear main seal so I can get the clutch set into the car, and then get the manual trans put in the car so we can start doing all the maintenance stuff on the engine. huge, big, special thank you also to Wout from Einsel. He hooked us up and took care of getting us our coilovers for the car. He got us our DIY Wise Fab for the car, and it's incredible stuff. He's super smart, super awesome, always takes care of me. If you email him, I'll put that link right here to email him, also his website. Make sure you get and check out everything he's got. He's probably one of the smartest dudes you'll ever talk to. He's a really nice guy, super awesome. Here's the parts he got us. Good morning. We're back on day 2. We are working on the undercar, essentially, still putting together the rear end. We're working on the front subframe, getting the Wise Fab DIY angle kit put on the car. I have a good friend that came to help us out today. Some of you guys might know this face. Some of you guys don't know this guy. It's my buddy Alex. He's over here grinding up these control arms for the Wise Fab DIY kit, so we can get those welded and extended. Phil's working on putting the rear suspension back together. We got our spherical bearings going in for the trailer arms. We have our reinforcement plates put in for the rear trailing arms. All the other ones are done as well, so we're good there. We got we're doing an oil pan reseal on this because it was puking. We actually found that the oil pan was cracked, and then we tried to weld it, and when we tried to weld it, it just kept cracking more. All right, so we got the rear end back in the car. We went ahead and put the Feel True coilovers in. We just got to hook those up to the trailing arm. Yeah, everything's in here. We got the Part Shop Max spherical bushing conversion on the ball joints. We got the Part Shop Max upper control arms, and then some random aftermarket ones. But everything is in here.
Here we are again, back at the parts washer. It's pretty crazy how much comes off with it just running on it.
If they're breaking it down.
I don't know what kind of Capri Sun Phil puts in this thing.
So what kind of Capri Sun you put in here? It's grape.
Grape?
Grape.
I can dig it. It works.
Footage on day 3 unfortunately got corrupted, so I'm recording this like a week after, just because I'm getting around to editing everything. So on day 3 we pretty much got all the rest of the car put together. We put the suspension in on the front end, got the Wise Fab put on. An issue we ran into with the Wise Fab was the front brakes. This car is an M3, so on the Wise Fab it requires you to change over to the non-M front knuckles and control arms. Not a big deal, but the only problem with that is then the M3 brakes no longer fit the knuckles. So I didn't want to go get like some tiny brakes or anything like that. So a good upgrade if you're doing that is swapping over to the E36 330i calipers and rotors on the front. They're bigger. They're actually bigger than the E36 M3 brakes, which was kind of surprising. So we got those on there. That took care of that problem. Didn't really run into too many other issues. It was just kind of buttoning things up and putting the engine bay together, really. We got all the Chase Bay's products installed in the car. I'm going to do separate install videos for a lot of those products. I'm going to show you the final install of those products right now, but be sure to check out those product install videos. That way you get a more in-depth look at these products. They're really awesome. We've also been working on the interior of the car, so the headliner and stuff was sagging, so we have redone the headliner. We're working on wrapping the pillars for the interior. We're getting the seats put in the car. I've got some rad new shift boots and the handbrake boot from Condor Speed Shop. We got those installed. Help really bring the interior together, do that interior tune, make everything look really, really nice. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That is the 3-day build. We did not get it done in 3 days. I did have to spend a whole another couple days really finalizing everything. But we did so much work in 3 days. It's absolutely insane. I can't believe how much stuff we got done in 3 days. So thank you to everyone that helped out, that came over and put a hand on the car or moved a part or did anything, even just to hang out and help film stuff. Is super, super helpful. We have a rad new car. Now we're just waiting for the aero to show up. So as soon as that shows up, the car will get wrapped and we'll do a whole another video showing all the sweet new aesthetics of the car.